is an increased awareness on health and wellbeing and the importance of health and wellbeing, not only for ourselves but also our communities and our societies. And I think that this has come about through COVID, but it's also just come about with the changing world and what's happening.
In addition to what you've said, there's been real growth in the fields of sport and sport coaching, both at the highest level and at the amateur level. There's lots of coaching programs around. There's lots of after-school care programs. There's lots of holiday programs. There's a whole number of things that are new and that we have graduates that we go into. And secondly, recreation itself. People have a real focus on well-being, and part of well-being is being active, and it's not necessarily doing elite sport and training. It's just about being in your community and doing things that make you feel good about yourself. So again, that's a real growth field, and we are preparing students to enter those fields. I think the key commonality is that they're people. They're people that like to help people excel and become as good as they can be, and they do it in a range of different areas. So health is one area, health promotion's another area, in sport, in coaching, in teaching, whether that's primary or secondary, whether it's exercise prescription or working with elite athletes. They're people.
Of course it will. The wonderful thing about the Bachelor of Sport, Health and Physical Education is that you can generalise before you specialise. So with our first and second year students, they have a wide variety of courses that they can take as their core subjects, and then when we get into our third year we can also specialise. Students can choose up to 8 special courses that are specific to them that they are interested in, but we begin with a broad range including Mātauranga Māori, social justice, diversity, health education, health promotion, physical education papers, sport coaching papers, and then we can go into our pathways, which our students can choose at any time really throughout the 3 years.
One of the really good things about the pathways is that students choose a program that really suits their needs and their interests. So there will be students that are really keen on sport and sport coaching. They can go down that pathway. We have students that are interested in health, in particular mental health right now, and some students are gearing up to work in those fields. So the pathways are really nice in terms of deciding where you want to take your degree and how you want to experience the degree itself. In the first instance, each student will experience the degree differently because of who they are and what they bring to the degree. Secondly, they will have their pathway and they will have their own unique degree experience. So the students that go into sport coaching, for example, we have one student previously that's now in referee education. She did the sport coaching pathway. We had another student who focused on health education, and she went on to work with Diabetes Auckland. So there's a range of experiences. One of the capstone courses that's been really successful for us is a course that's called Service Learning, where students have a work-based experience alongside working with the Auckland University Careers team, who scaffold students from the program into careers or into postgraduate study, and the students have found that particularly useful.
I also think another great thing about this program is even if you don't know what you want to get out of it, you learn all of these amazing transferable skills that you can really take anywhere. So even when I graduated, I worked with a business improvement district, and you're using all these skills that you developed, like leadership and problem solving and critical thinking, in trying to help our community.
It's actually been really exciting to see where the students have gone, and I think it's fair to say we couldn't have predicted all of the roles that people have gone into. We've had people that have gone into health promotion roles. We've had people that have gone into teaching, both in primary and secondary. We've had people that have started their own businesses in personal training, and we've had people that have worked in sport directly, in coaching education and refereeing education. So it's been really neat to see the diverse pathways that people have gone into. So one of the really neat examples from last year was a student who's now working for the Ministry of Primary Industries in a graduate role. Not a typical placement from the degree, or we thought, but she credits the degree with giving her a sense of who she is, her own identity.
while COVID has been difficult, one thing that we have seen for our students is the ability to connect, the ability to build relationships, the ability to whakawhanaungatanga within our program, across our courses, and then out into the wider society when they are moving out there into their pathways and doing what they love. One example is a resource that was just recently written by some of our colleagues here at the university, Hauora and Mental Health, a resource that goes across all schools within New Zealand. So all students that are learning health and physical education in the curriculum have got the opportunity to learn through this resource or this document. The fabulous thing is that some of our students contributed to that document. They wrote lesson plans and activities about mental health, about their experiences within the program and what they could offer to students that are now studying health and physical education in schools.
Something that I loved about this program is that it's such a close-knit group, and you become close with everyone that's doing the course, everyone that's at the Epsom campus, and even the lecturers. So really get immersed in everything, any opportunity that you can. Something that I really wish I did from the get-go was to be involved in all of the sports that, to represent Doggies, which is the education and social work teams. And that was so fun because then you get to not only know everyone that are in your papers, but as well as all the different year levels. So that was really fun. I made some really close friends through that. Something else that I wish I also did from the get-go was to talk to the lecturers more. You often feel, and I think it's quite natural to feel quite intimidated because, they've got so much to teach you and you've got so much to learn, but they do really love to build those relationships with you. So yeah, I do really wish I spoke to them more, and I loved it when I did.